a no, no, another tag video. This one is 13 personal questions, and I'm not gonna dilly-dally around it. I'm just gonna, right in. Question number uno. What do you order at Starbucks? It's actually a really good question because I have not been to Starbucks in such a long time. I'd love to be. It's really good, but I don't know. I mean, I want to say some sort of like, mochaccino type thing, but hell if I know. I'm yellow again. I feel like the serial killer guy in Black Christmas who cuts up his mother and bakes cookies out of her. It's a little creepy. I'm taken seriously, a little gross. Number dos. What's one thing in your closet that you cannot live without? I'd have to go with my skirt. It looks really good on me, and I don't really wear skirts that often, so the fact that I have a skirt that I love, that, actually looks good on me, is kind of surprising, so I'd have to go with that, to be honest. Especially, since it's like the last one on the shelf, a hot topic. Number choice. What's one thing that most people probably wouldn't know about you? From a first off impression, like without speaking to me, just, seeing me around, I'd have to go with, you don't really know that I'm all like, I'm all like, I seem all, reserved, shy, and concealed, but, get to know me, I'm all like, just like, but, yeah. Name one thing that you want to do before you die. I get this question a lot, like on so many other websites, and the question still remains the same, that I really would like to get my book published before I die. It'd just be really awesome. I mean, there's like a bunch of other things I want to do, but, What's one food that you cannot live without? I'd have to go with hot wings. That's what being with my boyfriend a lot does to me. Hot wings. There I go with the tisk. God, I'm so obnoxious. What quote, phrase do you live your life by? I have a couple. I mainly, to be honest, the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer actually has some good quotes that I actually really like. I'm kind of perusing my Facebook to find it because I have it on there. At least I think I do. I don't know. La 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 la. 1 moment. La 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 la. I'm slow. La 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 la. Oh, I should probably go into input, probably, right? Oh, hello. Okay, so, one of them that isn't even on there, at least I thought I had it in there, on there, whatever, is, just like Carpe Diem, which I do believe means seize the day, or no, seize the moment. I think it means seize the moment. Either way, it means seize something. Just as long as it doesn't mean Caesar salad. I'm so incredibly stupid. I I honestly don't know what it means. Well, I do, but I don't remember. It's also like almost 1 in the morning. Um, that phrase would be, seize the moment for tomorrow you could be dead. Something to that aspect. And it's actually, like, especially with this day and time, it actually is really, taken actually really truthfully. So it's actually a really good quote. Another one would be, because that one was in season 1. This one is in the end of season 5 when Buffy dies. She says to her sister Dawn, the hardest thing in this world is to live in it, which is so incredibly true. And I just, like, when I saw that, as I was already crying because of the scene. I'm all mushy when it comes to, certain things, and it's just me because I'm extremely emotional. But that was like, it was just like really, because that was made in, that show started in the 1990s. So it's actually kind of cool to know that how my foot's spasming. That sounds so funny. Anyway, a couple other ones would be passion. It lies in all of us. Sleeping, waiting, and though unwanted, unbidden, it will stir open its jaws and howl. It speaks to us, guides us, passion rules us all, and we obey. What other choice do we have? Which is actually, if you think about it, it's actually really true. It should be followed by, it hurts sometimes more than we can bear. If we could live without passion, maybe we'd know some kind of peace. But we would be hollow, empty rooms, shuttered and dank. Without passion, we'd be truly dead. And for some reason, like, this stuff speaks to me. It just is so surreal. I'm not even gonna, read the rest because it's about 2 more. But that would have to be my answer for that one. What do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? YouTube is actually actually has a good community. There's actually a lot of cool people who are YouTube partners who actually produce some really cool stuff, interesting and funny. But some people that, just kind of make an account just to bash other YouTubers. Like, I can guarantee that eventually I'll have, like, comments and like, oh, you're fat, and, oh, this, and this, and, that just, doesn't bother me. What does bother me is the negativity towards homosexuals. It just bothers me to a great extent. I will flip over anyone who uses words out of their context. Like, oh, you're so gay. If you really want to call someone stupid or dumb or a moron, say it. You don't have to use the word gay to describe it, because it's not describing anything about anything close to those words except for, how much of a brain dead idiot you really are. But aside from that aspect, YouTube's community is actually really decent. What's your number 1 most listened to song on iTunes? At the moment, it would probably be What the Hell by Avril Lavigne. It's a really good song. I don't know why. It's probably the most listened song on my iTunes right now. But eventually it'll be something else. What kind of style would you define yourself as having? I've also been asked this question a lot, and again, my answer remains the same. I don't really have a defined style that, you could say, oh, I have, I have Taylor Swift style, or, so-and-so from this place, or so-and-so from there, or, my best friend. Your style's supposed to be original, to define who you are as a person, and your interests, and your likes and dislikes, and, for who you are. Kind of let your personality show a bit. So following someone else's, style isn't really doing that, which is why I have my own. I'm my own person, and I wear what I want, I dress how I want, and if I like it, I'll wear it, and that's my style. My style, thumbs up for getting cut off. As I was saying, my style's original. Favorite number, I don't really have a favorite number, to be honest. I've never really had a favorite number. I really don't have that many favorites anymore, but I don't, favorite number is just like, it doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, two hobbies. Two of my hobbies would be writing and, although I will group reading into that because it kind of all falls into the same thing, and hanging out with my boyfriend would be my two hobbies. Two pet peeves. I hate when people have like something in their throat and they will not clear it. It bothers me so much that I end up clearing my throat when I have nothing there, and it just makes me like go crazy. Like right now my throat's all scratchy because I need water and I'm like up in my bedroom doing a video. But when someone like has like something in their throat, it is just so irritating and obnoxious if they don't clear it. It irritates me to the highest extent. Like I don't know why it bothers me this much, but. And my second pet peeve would also be people using words out of their, outside of their original context. Like I said before about, gay, fag, words like that. It really bothers me. Although grouped in, we're making a top solid 3, although it only says 2, but I'm going to go with 3 because I'm chill like that. Would have to be honest, when people misspell things, like, typing like Y-U-R, you're typing one letter, especially with words that are, have 1 or 2 extra letters. You could always type them. It's, understandable and acceptable in a time of a crisis and emergency, but otherwise just type properly like a proper human being. You're not a robot. It's just obnoxious. And lastly, guilty pleasure. I don't really know what my guilty pleasure would be. Excuse me. What more do you want from 1 a.m. in the morning? I guess the guilty pleasure would be if I were to choose from something that most people don't like, it would probably be Seventh Heaven. I mean, I love that show so much. It's hard to explain why, but not like anyone cares anyway. But I guess that would be a guilty pleasure. If not, then I have no idea and I'd have to skip that question. But it's all whatever. I'm running out of things to do. Yikes. Anyway, thanks for watching. That concludes my video on 13 personal questions. And if you're not too shy, what's yours?